Good evening, you're now with me, Henry Gui, for TVS Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. Over 12 billion ringgit in unclaimed money has been revealed by the National Accounting Department, prompting calls for the public to check if they are entitled to a share. The MACC has busted a major diesel subsidy smuggling syndicate in SABAH and Sarawak, uncovering 247 million ringgit in losses over a decade through up-carrying. And starting September 30th, all licensed Malaysian drivers will qualify for a fuel subsidy under the Budi 95 program, capped at 300 litres monthly, with e-hailing drivers eligible for extra quotas. The Sarawak government is reinforcing its development agenda to enhance the well-being of its people across the state. Deputy Premier Datuk Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan emphasised that PCDS 2030, led by Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, is the key framework driving Sarawak's goal of becoming a developed and competitive state.
Premier kita sudah mempunyai strategi bagaimana kita nak mencapai kemajuan. Sebab itu kita ada PCDS Repeated Post-Covid Development Strategy yang mahu kita capai wilayah yang maju dan penempatan tinggi yang merangkumi semua lapisan masyarakat. Tidak kira agama, bangsa, budaya yang berbeda. Dan dalam masa yang sama menafsirkan kepentingan alam sekitar.
Awang Tengah also emphasised that Sarawak will continue to explore new economic strategies while strengthening traditional sectors through the use of modern technology. He added that Sarawak aims to maintain political stability and reject divisive politics in order to preserve unity among its people and ensure continued progress under the leadership of the Premier. Now on to one of our headlines. The National Accounting Department has disclosed that over 12 billion ringgit in unclaimed money has been recorded nationwide. Deputy Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan, explained that under the Unclaimed Money Act 1965, members of the public can check with the department to determine whether they or their next of kin have unclaimed funds.
Kurang dalam 12 bilion yang tidak dituntut. Banyak kita ada yang account yang not active. Dan bukan saja di kalangan masyarakat di bandar-bandar. Dia beritahu pada saya tadi. Daripada orang kampung, di kampung ini pun ada. Jadi bagaimana untuk kita nak account simpanan kadang-kadang kita lupa sampai bertahun-tahun. Jadi mereka bagi penerangan bagaimana cuba komitmen harus ini harus kita menempatkan.
Meanwhile, he encouraged all Malaysians, both in rural and urban areas, to stay informed about the current developments, particularly those related to their rights and entitlements. Awang Tengah also praised the Limbang branch of the National Accounting Department for setting up a service counter in Kampung Datuk Kuala Lawas to assist residents to check their unclaimed money status. He emphasized that such initiatives are vital to ensure every cent rightfully belonging to the people is returned to them in accordance with the law. MACC has uncovered a large-scale diesel subsidy smuggling syndicate operating in Sabah and Sarawak with estimated losses to the government amounting to 247 million ringgit over a span of 10 years. MACC Chief Commissioner Tan Sri Azam Baki said the breakthrough came through Op Karen, which was conducted from September 2nd to 8. The operation led to the arrest of 6 individuals, including 4 company directors and 2 company managers believed to be key players in the syndicate.
Operasi ini adalah untuk membenteras sindiket-sindiket yang terlibat dalam kegiatan rasuah, penyelundupan dan juga pengubahan wang haram yang menyebabkan kerugian hasil kerajaan yang dianggarkan setakat ini iaitu 247 juta ringgit dalam tempoh 10 tahun. So we are looking at for the past 10 years. 10 tahun telah berlaku, kemungkinan lebih. Tapi kita anggarkan 10 tahun. Jadi pengiraan tentang kehilangan ini setakat ini 247 dan berkemungkinan akan menjadi lebih. Berdasarkan daripada kiraan daripada SPRM, kiraan daripada Lembaga Hasil Dalam Negeri dan juga kiraan daripada Kementerian Perdagangan Dalam Negeri dan juga kos sara hidup.
Speaking at a press conference at MACC headquarters on Monday, Azam revealed that authorities have frozen 498 bank accounts worth 110 million ringgit, in addition to seizing various assets amounting to 190.8 million ringgit. The seized items include 5 vessels worth 52 million ringgit, 4.5 million litres of diesel worth 9.7 million ringgit, 9 luxury watches worth 1.2 million ringgit, 500-gram gold bar worth 260,500 ringgit, 17 luxury vehicles worth 5.6 million ringgit, 40 plots of land worth 11.3 million ringgit, and cash amounting to 156,479 ringgit in various foreign currencies. The case is being investigated under the MACC Act 2009, involving offences such as bribery, gratification of public offices, corporate liability, and the use of false documents. Investigations are also being conducted under the Anti-Money Laundering, Anti-Terrorism Financing and Proceeds of Unlawful Activities Act 2001. Azam stated that the Op Karen was conducted in cooperation with multiple enforcement agencies, including Bank Negara Malaysia, the IRB, Ministry of Domestic Trade and Cost of Living, with operational support from the Malaysian Armed Forces and the Royal Malaysian Navy. Now, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim announced that starting September 30th, all Malaysian citizens with a valid driving licence will be eligible for the RON95 petrol subsidy under the Budi Madani RON95 programme, or Budi 95, capped at 300 litres per month. This initiative, he said, aims to ensure fair and controlled access to fuel subsidies for all Malaysians. He also confirmed that e-hailing drivers will be exempt from the 300-litre cap and may apply for additional quotas based on their operational needs.
Jadi kita hadkan 300 liter sebulan. Boleh ya? Sebab average sekarang ni 150. Kebanyakannya 200. Paling tinggi 250. Tak ada yang menjejas 300. Kalau e-hailing itu kita kecualikan. Sebab anak-anak muda puluhan ribu yang bekerja untuk itu. Jadi kalau mereka menjejas lebih asalkan proses pendaftarannya, kita beri pengecualian. Jadi 300.
According to Anwar, eligibility for the fuel subsidy will be verified using valid driver's licenses monitored by the Road Transport Department JPJ and supported by integrated digital systems to prevent leakage and abuse. Adding further, he said, more than 16 million Malaysians are expected to benefit from the Budi Madani RON95 programme, with an estimated financial impact of around 2 billion ringgit on the government. Earlier, Anwar announced that the price of RON95 petrol will be reduced from 2 ringgit and 5 cent to 1 ringgit and 99 cent per litre, effective September 30th. Under the same program, the price for non-citizens will be set at 2 ringgit and 60 cent per litre. In support of the Budi 95 program, The National Registration Department (JPM) will offer free MyCard chip replacements nationwide from September 23rd to October 7th. Home Minister Datuk Seri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail said the initiative is expected to cost the government approximately 714,660 ringgit. Members of the public can replace their MyCard chips at any JPM office or counter during regular operating hours. In a statement, Saifuddin revealed that JPN receive an average of 43,000 chip replacement applications on a monthly basis. Hence, with the government's funding, it will ease eligible citizens to benefit from the Budi 95 program. Saifuddin urged Malaysians to keep their MyCard in good condition, noting that it serves not only as an identification document but also as a gateway to essential government services, including targeted subsidies. Earlier, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim had announced that the price of RON 95 petrol will be reduced to RM1.99 per litre from RM2.05 effective September 30th under the Budi 95 program. Anwar, who is also Finance Minister, said all Malaysians with valid driving licenses are eligible for the subsidy. According to data from the Road Transport Department (JPJ) and JPN, more than 16 million citizens are qualified. The government remains committed to upholding international standards in handling rape cases, especially those involving minors. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department for Law and Institutional Reform, Datuk Seri Azalina Othman Said, clarified that the recent statement by Kelantan Police Chief Datuk Muhammad Yusuf Mohamad reflects his personal opinion and does not represent the government's official stance. She emphasized that the national stance in adherence to international standard that statutory rape is statutory rape and the country will not be shifting away from such stance. Yesterday, Muhammad Yusuf had suggested that discussions be held on the issue of consensual rape cases to consider action against both parties involved instead of using only against the male. Azalina, however, said any proposal to improve the law could be channeled to the Criminal Law Reform Committee, CLRC. Meanwhile, she hinted that the Legal Affairs Division may hold a town hall session with minors to gather the feedback for the drafting of the anti-bullying bill, which is expected to be tabled in Parliament at the end of this year. It may be conducted with the Children's Commissioner along with children themselves to hear their views, as such law is meant for them. Now wrapping up the Nightline, ASEAN is poised to formulate strategies that promote sustainable growth, enhance regional resilience and ensure long-term prosperity for its member states by integrating both economic and political considerations. Accordingly, Minister of Investment, Trade and Industry, Tengku Datuk Seri Zafrul Abdul Aziz, underscored the importance of the findings and recommendations of the ASEAN Geo-Economic Task Force, AGTF, highlighting their critical role in shaping the region's collective response. These insights are intended not only to address ASEAN-US dynamics, but also to guide the bloc in navigating a broader spectrum of geopolitical and geo-economic challenges. The recommendation will be presented for collective deliberation at the ASEAN Foreign Ministers and ASEAN Economic Ministers meetings, which are scheduled to take place ahead of the 47th ASEAN Summit this October.
So this approach ensures a balanced perspective, fosters mutual understanding and guide policies that reinforce ASEAN's economic resilience and political coherence. I hope these recommendations address both political and economic security, laying the ground for inclusive and forward-looking strategies.
The meeting was held on the sidelines of the 57th ASEAN Economic Ministers meeting beginning September 22nd to 26, 2025 at MITEC, Kuala Lumpur. When met after the AGTF meeting, Zafrul confirmed a report by the task force will be presented tomorrow to the ASEAN Economic Ministers during the 57th AEM meeting. The idea of establishing the AGTF was to create an ad hoc, dedicated ASEAN Track 1.5 platform under the purview of the ASEAN High-Level Technical Forum, HLTF, primarily aimed at developing strategic solutions in response to the various tariffs imposed by the United States earlier this year.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website tvsarawak.my or follow us on our social media platforms. Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Handy Gui. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.